Hello, I'm Alex Mansfield, the host of Manny Talks Shooting, and welcome to another episode. This is the shooting podcast where I talk to individuals all across the shooting industry. We'll talk competition, self-defense, concealed carry. If you like this content, check out our YouTube channel, Manny Talks Shooting. And without further ado, let's get to this episode. Manny Talks Shooting is proudly presented to you by D2 Custom Guns. Did you know that Phil the Groundhog isn't the only thing Puxatawny, Pennsylvania is famous for? That's right, D2 Custom Guns, the home of Dan Heizenreiter and one of the best, fabulous 2011 builders in the country. So make sure you guys go check him out, D2 Custom, anywhere you can see him on the social media, Facebook, Instagram, go check him out. If you see myself, Patches Reader, anyone with the D2 Custom Guns, make sure you go check him out, and you will thank me later. Now, let's get on to the show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Manny Talks Shooting, the shooting podcast on the internet because you are all addicted to the internet. Go be Amish for a week and maybe you won't be addicted, but it's okay. This show is proudly presented to you by D2 Custom Guns, one of the fabulous 2011 builders on the market for an open gun. If you want an open gun right now, pretty much go see Dan. You're going to wait a little bit, but it's not that bad. But go check out Dan, d2customguns.com. Without further ado, we are talking to Bigfoot Brass's itty bitty helper who should be helping Santa Claus right now. We're talking with Brandon Cromwell. Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you, sir?
I am fantastic. Thank you for coming on. No, Mark did not tell me I had to say that. I come up with my own witty catchphrases from time to time. So
I saw the post. Was it last night or this morning? And I got a good giggle out of that one.
well, I mean, it's not that you're super short. You're about my height, but Mark is just so tall. He makes everybody look like a little.
Oh,
guy.
absolutely.
Mark, you need to get down on our level and lose about a foot of height, and it'll be fine. You know, the best part is he probably can reach the tallest cupboards in his house.
No, he doesn't have to even. He's never had to step on a step ladder, I don't think.
No, I never think so. Lucky bastard.
Yeah, for sure.
but Brandon, brother, all right. So I ask this to everybody. It's always my first icebreaker question. Who are you, and how did you get into shooting?
So again, my name is Brandon Cromwell. Originally from Alabama, live in Wisconsin now. Got into shooting at a very young age. One of the guys that I grew up shooting with shot competitive and just really got me into the sport.
Okay, so that guy you grew up with, what did you guys start shooting like
So
competitively?
I was probably, let's call it middle school. And so what is that? 11, 12 years old, somewhere right in there. And I would go up to his house on the weekends, especially Sunday afternoons. We went to church together. So it was just easy way to get it together with each other. And I would shoot all of his stuff, got me into shooting IDPA. And as we all know, I shot IDPA probably for the most part of my shooting life. And so I'd go up, I'd shoot his stuff and go to matches with him. And he actually is one of the original shooters or the original shooter for Nighthawk Custom. And, just got me into the world of competitive shooting and I've loved it. So continued it.
Okay, so that's an unraveling story. So why'd you move up to the frozen north?
Man, I got married.
So is she up here, or did you guys get crazy and decide to move up here?
No, her family's originally, her dad's from where we live now, and her mom and her dad lived in Chicago. And we both know I cannot do a city. I'm a country boy at heart. And so we ended up in Door County, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's Wisconsin. It could be worse. It could be like
Yeah, it
Minnesota
could be
or
worse.
something.
It's great in the summer. What little bit of spring you get and what little bit of fall.
What you mean pre-construction, construction, and post-construction?
Absolutely.
If people aren't from the Midwest, you don't understand that because like soon as the ground thaws, they're ripping it apart.
No, that's it. Difference in here in the South, though. I mean, in the South, they just never stop.
Well, yeah, but they also if one flurry of snow flies, they're like, nope, shutting it down. The whole
School's
county's going
canceled.
down.
Everybody go to the store, get your milk and bread, all that good stuff.
And then we're out in shorts at that point.
That's it.
I mean, I always looked. I mean, I've always grown up in Michigan in the Midwest, but I've never been a guy who wears shorts all the time. Like those guys who wear like shorts and a hoodie. I'm like, you guys are insane. It's like -10.
Yeah. No, I'm more of a jeans and at least a long sleeve. I can handle a short sleeve when it gets in the 50s.
Yeah, I mean, I can live the hoodie and the hoodie and the shorts. Like I'm running to the store, like I'm going to the convenience store. I'm grabbing two things. I'm literally just hopping out of the cart. Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. No, I get you there.
Yeah, but And of course, now it was funny because my door opened wide up to me, and I'm like, I guess the dogs are gonna hang out with me now. But it's all good. But yeah, I every day every time I look at the snow or like the thermometer, and it's like, oh god, it's like 10 degrees and it feels like -20. I'm like, it's time to move. I'm
Oh,
like,
we got a warm spurt today. I think it was 30. The last couple days has been in the single digits, if not below zero. So it's been warm today.
yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll agree on that one. It was warmed up. I guess it's supposed to rain by the end of the week here, so
We got
I'm
some
like,
rain today. It was weird.
and then of
Uh,
course, hopefully it doesn't get super cold where it freezes, and then it all turns to ice, and then it's a pain in the ass.
oh, it was already there. My
Ugh.
driveway, I mean, it's blacktopped and it's cleaned off, but it is a solid sheet of ice right now.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Mine's partially melted, so
Yeah,
we had some snow and ice over the winter, over the weekend, and I'm like, great. And then now it's gonna warm up, melt off, and then hopefully it gets all cleaned off by then.
yeah. Hopefully we get 70-degree weather next week.
Yep, we're gonna steal it from the south. It'll be fine.
Absolutely.
So you got into IDPA first.
Yes, sir.
So how long have you been competitive? How long have you been shooting competitive shooting then, like
So I
consistently?
started I started back 2003, and then I took a break. Probably a year or two after I started shooting, and reason being is work, college, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Just didn't have time. And then when we moved up here, I guess it's 2013. I told my wife I was going to get back into it, and so I've really been back into shooting heavy since 2013.
Okay, so yeah, and you've taken probably a couple like, oh, I'm gonna miss a couple months here or there, but like a little bit of a breaks and stuff, but not
I
like.
ended up taking 2 years because I had 4 shoulder surgeries.
Okay, we'll talk about
So
that in a second. Okay, so you've been kind of consistent since 20, so you've been back at it for roughly 12 years, like hardcore. So okay,
yeah,
so I'm curious. So shoulder surgeries, was that just like from work or like repetitive injuries or
no,
starting to
I
play
got hurt at work.
sports?
I
Okay.
got hurt at work. I tore my bicep tendon, my labrum, my rotator cuff, and first surgery didn't go as planned. Re-injured, a new surgery right after that, probably 8 weeks, and then they had to do another one with a distal clavicle, stuff like that for impingement and all that good stuff. So it was an agonizing 2 years. The first year I was basically on a 5 pound lift restriction, pretty much for the whole, probably almost a year and a quarter, something like that. And then it was just a battle. Like I said, fighting everything. If it could go wrong, it went wrong.
Oh yeah, that's no fun. I hate when those are. And then you can't do anything, right? Like so, even 5 pounds, you can't even pick up barely a gallon. You can't even pick it up a gallon of milk.
My
Like,
little girl was less than a year old. I think maybe right at a year old when it happened. And, for the better part of her being a baby, I carried her in my left hand, or somebody else had to carry her.
oh, even worse. So it was your dominant hand. Like it was your
Oh, yeah, it's
dominant
my
shoulder.
right hand, my go to.
Yeah, that never makes it easy. That just sucks.
It is amazing how good you can get left handed when you are forced to use it.
So did you have to learn to write left-handed or did you still write right-handed?
I didn't ever write left-handed. You know, I typed it on a keyboard or whatever. I'm not going to write. I cannot write left-handed, but shooting, doing the normal everyday stuff, left-handed, it really helped out. It really helped out on my weekend shooting and stuff like that because I used my left hand a lot. Uh,
Hmm.
so stuff like that, it really helped out on. I guess the important things to me.
Good. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So you turned some lemons into lemonade on that, but
Oh yeah,
that definitely sucks not not being able to pick up your kid for pretty much with your dominant arm and
that was hard.
yeah. We just get your wife can put her in like a little baby pouch in front, like
Yeah.
in the front, right?
I'd
Like
scoop
what?
her left-handed and go that route, but
Yeah.
it's just it's not the same when you can't do it. But I was blessed. At least I didn't lose it. At least I still had it. Just had to get it better.
Right. Yeah. I couldn't imagine like having to lose like an arm for that long. I mean, I can imagine
No,
that would suck. And
I don't
then
want it to happen to anybody. I don't want it again. It's that was rough.
right now the question is, are you a back sleeper or a side sleeper? Like,
Oh, I'm a stomach
okay,
sleeper.
okay,
I'm a stomach sleeper.
yeah. So then that could have
So
been an issue
the
too.
whole surgery thing like that. Yeah, the whole surgery thing like that. That was brutal because you had to sleep in a recliner, and plus I'm on my back, and I'm like, it's just not comfortable.
Yeah. I'm a stomach sleeper as well. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, no, thank you.
yeah.
But yeah, so all right, so you like you said, you've been back in the sport for about 12, from 12 years hardcore, um, shooting IDP. When did you start shooting USPSA?
Would it have been 2 years ago? I guess it was.
Okay, so about okay,
And I didn't shoot many my first year. I probably only shot maybe 2 majors. I
okay,
shot some local stuff, but not really any majors. Again, it goes back to you've got your group of guys that you travel with, or you go and meet at matches and stuff like that. And I hadn't really formed that relationships with people at USPSA stuff, and so I always opted to go shoot IDPA stuff.
hmm. So what still drew? So I mean, besides like the people you travel with and whatnot, what was keeping you in IDPA for like primarily for so long?
It's what I was used to. It's
Hmm.
what I grew up doing. It was fun to me. I still like IDPA. I mean, I know there's banner back and forth, which is better and stuff like that, and well, the rules and stuff like that. And to me, it's a game.
Hmm.
I grew up playing the game, so none of that bothers me. We've talked earlier. There's there's no reason to let stuff like that bother you. If you enjoy shooting, shoot what you want.
Right. Yeah. It just seems, and at least up here, I mean, maybe I'm in the wrong circles, but it doesn't seem that as IDPA is as popular as USPSA. But I mean, we have one of the biggest. Um, I think it's a tier two. I don't know what like majors are called, but like in IDP, I think it's like what starts as a tier two.
They'll have uh, level ones, twos, threes, and fours, and I think fives is nationals. Level one's going to be like a club match. Then you have twos and threes.
Hmm.
Realistically, there's not as many level fours and stuff like that, uh, and level fives only nationals.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we have like Who's Your Daddy is not too far from me, and I've had a couple buddies who are like, "Let's go shoot Who's Your Daddy." I'm like, I don't even have a gun for this sport. But then I found out I guess I could shoot PCC in the sport and not really have an
Yeah,
issue. So.
and Mike Philly, I mean, he ran that for the last couple of years. He's done after last year. It was a great match. It really was. Uh, and again, I will shoot some more IDPA. I think I'm scheduled to shoot like 6 of them this year. Is what I've looked at. And but what really the big kicker was USPSA is I enjoyed the stages, going to local matches, stuff like that. So last year when I shot Chile, or well, it had been the year before when I shot Chile. That's when I met Mark. He was moving over here from wherever it was. He was in Ohio, I think,
Yeah,
and
shitty Ohio.
yeah, and so he was moving over here, and we hit it off right away, right? And so I started shooting a lot of USPSA with him, traveling and going places, and honestly, I mean, I love being able to the rules of USPSA. I like the guns and playing that game.
Hmm. Well, and the cool part about the sport is it's all time based and but it's all it seems like it's more freestyle. You can do what you want. You're not penalized to go to say, hey, go to this fault line, go to that fault line, go to that fault line. You get to choose your own adventure here. Even though IDPA does come up with some pretty cool stories, right? You are sitting at this phone booth. Who uses a phone booth anymore anyway?
And
And it's
again, that's those things. It's like, man, even though I'm sitting there saying exactly what you're saying, it was still it's part of the game, so I do it, and
right,
wouldn't complain, stuff like that. But
yeah,
that's kind of like IPSC. I mean, they've got different rules than USPSA. I've only shot one IPSC match. I'm shooting my second one. Will be extreme here in a few weeks actually, and I'm talking to Brady and we're going through some of the rules that are different, and he's like, "Yeah, you just can't shoot outside, or you can't run outside the fault line." I'm like, "That's a good one to know," you know.
yep,
You know?
yeah,
Uh,
because you learned that at Buckeye.
well, I shot outside the fault lines at Buckeye and USPSA, but I can't even run outside the fault lines. It doesn't sound like.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get penalized per shot if you do, so
Yeah.
it's not
So it
worth
was
it.
just like it was one of those things. It's like, okay, there's a few things I need to learn about this IPSC stuff too. And but once I swapped divisions, I guess you would say it really that's where USPSA really jumped into me, is because I've shot single stack my entire career
Hmm.
until I guess last year. And I've always, up till last year, I was anti going to optic. I
Mm-hmm.
was great with iron sights. I loved a 45 and single stack. Um, but then, Nighthawk being a sponsor of mine, I got to play with some of their stuff, and I got one of their BDS nines and put an optic on it and played with it. The first day I'm just like, man, I'm not really digging this optic thing. But then, soon as I played with it for a couple days, I'm like, this is kind of, I'm not going away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do have plans to shoot some single stack, I think, this year at some matches, but uh, I'm running an optic gun from here on out, probably for the most part.
Okay, so what? So in IDPA until probably recently, you were shooting CDP.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what was your CDP pistol of choice then?
So I shot a Shadowhawk for Nighthawk Custom Shadowhawk, 5-inch government model. Nothing else done to it other than fiber optic front. Everything else was stock, and I also shot a Nighthawk Warhawk, and again, same thing, fiber optic front, but nothing else fancy done to it.
Oh, okay. Good standard choices, I would say, on the night hotline. Um,
Absolutely,
um, my buddy, and always funny. I see my buddy Steve Fisher, and he always talks about his Nighthawks, and it's like, dude, like your hands envelop a full size gun. I don't know how you do it, Steve.
yeah,
It's but no, yeah, and the cool thing is, right? Their motto, one gun, one gun, one gunsmith kind of thing.
yeah,
So, um, so you mentioned earlier, your traveling partner, your guy who got kind of into IDPA was like the first Nighthawk shooter, Nighthawk custom shooter, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, so who was that? I'm kind of curious now.
Matt Sims.
Matt Sims. Okay, and he got you suckered into it because you probably were shooting some inferior 1911 at some point, and probably.
So I grew up shooting, Kimbers was for the most part it's what I shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he started shooting for them, there's a lot of matches I shot, one of his backups or one of his other guns, one of the Nighthawks, uh, because they were, in my opinion, they're far superior. I mean, it is what it is. When you go from a factory gun to a custom gun, there's no doubt there's a difference. And
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, that was the guns I shot.
Right. So now I'm curious. Are all your guns built by one person, or do you have multiple people on your guns, or on your? Because I'm assuming you have multiple, like single stacks and multiple double stacks.
Yes, sir.
From so so are all of your guns built by the same person, or no?
No, the ones I have right now, no, they're not. We all have our, you know, every one of those gunsmiths down there. It's amazing to watch. They're all amazing at what they do. They all have their own spin on something. Everything. Again, it's somebody doing something by hand, so nothing's ever going to be exactly the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been fortunate. I think I've got 5 of them or something like that, and these guns are all built by somebody different,
Mm-hmm.
except for one. I think I have 2 built by the same person. Um, they've all run the same. They all
Mm-hmm.
run. That's the big kicker. There's no bad gunsmith there. They're just amazing at what they do. Uh, so when I order a gun, I don't say, "Hey, can you have this person build it?" I say, "Whoever's not as busy."
Right. I want my gun faster.
Because there could be, they're doing very well off with orders and stuff like that. So I mean, there's some guns that come back, 16 months. Some of them come back in 24. It's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like whoever can build it the fastest. Let's just go that route.
Right. Whose workload's the smallest, right?
Yeah. Or who's cranking out single stacks. You know, not 100%. It changes every time you're down there how their process works and stuff like that. So it's like uh, you might see a single stack or you might see a sandhawk, just depending on your order.
Gotcha. So oh, brain fart. Where did I go? Where is it going to go with this? But anywho, I'll come up with something as I'm talking. Um, that's what I was going with. Okay, so you're now probably switched to carry optics and shooting double stack the BDS 9,
Correct.
in IDPA. Okay. So there's my second follow up question. How bedazzled is your shooting vest?
Oh, mine? No, it's just plain. It says not Hawk Custom on the pocket, and I think it says not Hawk Custom on the back. Bigfoot brass, um, and Midwest Shooting, or not Midwest Shooting. I think that's it.
Yeah. Now it's not you should get it bedazzled. I think we can figure out someone with a bedazzler. Get your little
You know,
digital.
it's hard for me to do that. And what's crazy is I haven't shot. I only shot 3 IDPA matches last year. I didn't shoot a whole lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, now did you just shoot more USPSA, or did you really not in totality did you not shoot a bunch of matches last year?
I shot a lot of USPSA.
Okay. And is
Uh,
that more because of who you're with and like the local area around, like the local matches around you?
Both, and just by choice, I guess you would say.
Okay.
Um, it's kind of like South Carolina. I screwed up. Sometimes we don't pay attention to dates and deadlines and stuff like that. So I didn't get into South Carolina, which I'm really bummed about. So if they're seeing this, please put me in there and I'll come. But that being said, I'm registered to go shoot an IDPA match down. I think it's in Volusia, or not Volusia, Valdosta, Georgia, or somewhere down there. So I'm gonna go shoot that instead, unless, like I said, if I get that email that I'm hoping I get.
Hey, Mark. Your little elf needs a hook me up.
He tried. He hasn't got a return call, or he didn't call, and he's just telling me that because he doesn't want me to go with him. One of the two, but
Well, he's gonna take his golf cart down there anyway, probably. So I
no,
mean,
that's Midwest stuff for us, and I'm looking forward to that this year again. That was a lifesaver last year.
oh yeah, not having to carry your own bag is a godsend.
When we got to race gun, I think I'd shot everything up to that, and we had the golf cart, and then we got to race gun, I had to walk. I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
He's like, I'm not bringing it to Utah. That's too
Yeah,
much crap. Which I don't blame him either, though. Like
it's a long trip.
that is a long trip, especially like who wants to listen? No offense, Mark. Who wants to listen to Mark talk the whole ride? I'm a passenger princess and I fall asleep. Like I'm
Well, he can attest to this. I turn on my phone and we go to like TikTok or whatever it is and search like humor and listen to jokes the whole way and call people and tell them the jokes when we find one that's funny.
oh, there you go. At least that's fun.
Yeah. So we make it entertaining. And he
Right.
doesn't he doesn't he's the passenger princess. I'm the one that drives.
Even you drive his truck.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, because he's gonna. You know what the best part is? He's probably so tall he can't get his leg up over the dash. You know those people who like put their feet up on the front window, and it's like, how do you do that? And then like, I bet Mark can't even do that.
Well, and like like me and him have both talked. He provides the truck. He always pays for fuel. I've paid once or twice out of the what last year 12 trips we took, something like that. And at least I can do is drive.
Hmm.
So I drive, and for the most part, he's awake. Sometimes he sleeps.
Yeah. Well, and if you think about it too, I mean, at least you guys are close to each other, so it's not like, well, I got to drive 5 hours to get to Brandon, and then we got another 5 hours after that.
Oh yeah, I live about 30 minutes from him. Pull in, park my car, jump in his, and we roll.
Yeah. So I mean, so you must live farther north than him then, for the most part, then.
Yeah, he's in Green Bay, and I live about 45 minutes north on the thumb that sticks out over the lake, that peninsula there.
Oh, okay. Oh, so not too bad.
No, not,
Not too bad. All right. So I want to talk a little bit more about IDPA with you. So when you got into the sport, what classification did you end up coming in as?
honestly, I don't remember.
Okay, so then maybe you'll know this answer. How long did it take you to get to master in IDPA?
CDP, it took me a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Carry optics, I think it was the first major I shot.
Oh, okay, because you got a because so if you've never shot, if you're not classified in a division in IDPA, and you shoot a major, how does that work? Like towards classification, like because I know there's a match bump process, right? Like depending
There
on how.
is, and that's the hard part about it. It's how do I say this? For every, I think 5 shooters that are there, you get bumped. I can't remember 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's every 5 shooters you get a bump in a bump, and so primarily everybody that's shooting IDPA right now is shooting carry optics. So there might be out of, let's call it, a 150 person match. There's probably going to be 95 of them shooting carry optics. So there's a lot of bumps that happen. My first match with a carry optics, I think I finished third or fourth, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe worse. I don't remember. Again, I'd touched the optic gun 2 weeks prior. It was the first time I picked up an optic. And then I think the next match I shot was Georgia State, maybe. And I think I finished fourth or fifth there too.
Oh, okay.
So
So
no wins with with an optic gun yet.
not
I'm
yet.
looking for that. Single stack or CDP, there was wins with that.
Yeah.
But this carry optic and this optic gun, it's just haven't found that spot yet.
Right. So with your CDP setup, are you shooting 9mm? Are you shooting 45? Thank you for checking out another episode of Manny Talks Shooting. I greatly appreciate it. And if you could do me a favor, please go patronize our partners when you are available. We have always, as the title sponsor, D2 Custom Guns. We've got Outdoor Dynamics, Make Stuff Better, 2 Alpha Apparel, Range Panda, Laugh and Load, Hunter's HD Gold, and Southern Bobby Q. Now, thank you. Let's get on with this episode.
No, with my CDP setup, yeah, I'm shooting 45. With my carry optic gun, I'm shooting a 9.
Yeah. So, that's right, because CDP, you're forced to shoot 45?
Correct.
It's lame.
And so, like, when we shoot single stack, I shoot 45 major.
Oh, okay.
Or single stack major.
Well, yeah. Well, don't switch guns, silly. I mean, well,
But that might change this year. Like I said, I'm going to shoot a few single stacks. There's a possibility I'm going to shoot 9mm, shoot minor.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I know Tim pretty much has exclusively switched over to shooting single stack minor.
Yeah.
But it's also super easy for him because he just gets ammo and then he just shoots it. Well, because it's so much easier just to not have to worry about sourcing 45 ammo.
And that's the hard part. And there's pros and cons to both. I've heard the argument both ways. I love a 45, but I like the recoil of a 9. I mean, my hands don't hurt near as bad after I stop shooting a 45.
Right. Yeah. Well, then, yeah.
When you're shooting, 2,000-3,000 rounds a week, 45 over what? Let's just be generous and say 8 years. Your hands, it hurts.
Right. Well, yeah. And Mark's not going to have an infinite supply of 45 brass.
No, absolutely not. And I've been shooting outdoor dynamics bullets, so it's I've really liked shooting those outdoor dynamics.
Yeah, it just makes it easy. You just buy it, and you don't have to load it or anything.
And it's consistent, man. That is one of the most consistent ammos I have ever shot. He does a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, and it just works, right? Like
absolutely.
And John's a shooter for the shooters, right? So
yeah,
that's the cool thing. Like he'll sponsor matches. That reminds me, I got to get that set up with him so people can order ammo and just ship it to their match for Area 5. So that's another good. Makes it easier. And it's just easy. He can just ship a whole bunch of ammo. He ships it to my house, and then I just have to deliver it to the match, and people pick it up at check-in. But he's a shooter for the shooters, which is nice. If you've got an issue, he'll pretty much take care of it. And but yeah, so Lord have mercy. Oh, I brain farted, but it's okay. I think today's been long enough, but it's okay. There. I guess I'll ask this question, right? So if you were IDPA king for a day, if you were Joyce Wilson and you could change whatever you wanted about IDPA, what would you change?
Do you just want one thing or you want a couple things?
Go ahead. Give me a couple of things. I'm fine with that. You're king for a whole day.
The hard part for me is, and it's you see this with when you have small division, or not small divisions, but you only have like 3 or 4 divisions, is you find yourself catering to certain things. And right now, I think there's a lot of people leaving these, let's call it less desired divisions, single stack or CDP, revolver, stuff like that. And even the guys that are leaving, maybe there's a way to keep them there. Everybody's wanting to run an optic. So I've always joked about it and being serious when I'm joking about it is I'd like to see optics and IDPA become optional in every division and go back to the original way that we had it where it was single or SSP, ESP, CDP, revolver, and go that route. But allow optics in every divisions. That way you're not overcrowding one thing and having 95 shooters out of 150 in one division.
Right.
And I think that would bring more shooters back in there, but still leave it as an option. It's not mandatory. You can shoot irons, you can shoot optics. It's your choice. But that's kind of the one of the big things I would do. And then there's a lot of little rules that, when you're shooting that I would really look at changing. It goes back to their things supposed to be Defensive Pistol Association, right?
Hmm.
There's a lot of stuff that's not that. And I get it, it's a game, but if we're going to make a game, we should at least play the game in a little bit closer thing. So changing some of the rules, like how you can reload and stuff like that. It's just small things like that.
Right. Yeah, and I kind of agree. Like, and I mean, a lot of USPSA shooters would say that too about adding optics to divisions and combining divisions back around. Like, as you said, most everybody's in carry optics in both sports, right? Or
Yeah,
limited optics. It's like put the pools together and find a way to make it agreeable for everybody. But yeah, and I agree. Optics are the way of the future. They're not going away. Um, you're gonna find less people shooting those iron sight divisions. I mean,
that's
uh,
it.
especially all the IDPA guys. Guess what? They're old. They can't see irons anymore.
Well, and not only that, every gun that you buy, for the most part, let's call it what it is. I'd say out of every gun that comes in a store is either optics ready or comes with an optic on it.
Yep.
Uh, there's 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 not a whole lot of people asking for irons anymore. So make those divisions desirable for it. And again, it goes back to defensive pistol. What's your carry gun? Uh,
Yep.
can you show guns on your podcast before I do this?
Yeah, it's recorded. It's not gonna give you an issue.
So this is my everyday carry rig,
Yep.
right? And I live by this. I shoot in matches what I carry. So I carry a BDS 9. This is my everyday carry. So for me, an IDPA, that's the reason that I say it like that is because I carry a single stack 45. I carry a double stack, but I carry an optic on everything now. I'm not
Hmm.
shooting irons. I'm not, I don't do that. So I really want those divisions to, if we want to call it what it is, defensive pistol, we need to allow people to carry their gun and shoot the guns they carry, and cater around that. If you want to shoot irons, that's awesome. Optics and irons, is there a pro and con? Absolutely. Optics, in my opinion, are far superior. But
Hmm.
again, it goes back to choices. I chose to shoot this division. I chose to shoot this gun. I chose the optic or irons. So make the division. It is what it is. And if you don't want to shoot an iron sight gun against me with an optic, we'll get an optic on your gun because I'm not taking it off.
Right. I'd
That's just
agree.
kind of the way I feel about it.
Hey, I'd agree with that. I mean, I would love to see go back to a half second down. I mean, that's me from the outside. I mean, that whole second down is killer on a match. Like, you shoot
It
any
really,
down ones and you're toast.
it really takes away from being able to. But again, that goes back to how is your mindset as far as looking at it. Because again, it goes back to the defensive pistol. If you're in the real world, well, you want those shots to be accurate. There might be bystanders behind you, stuff like that. So I get the real priority of being accurate, and so it may slow you down a little bit. Or you just do like I did and shoot as fast as you was a single stack, and just have a couple of one downs on every stage, and lose the match for yourself every time because of that.
Yeah. I
And
mean, that
so
that's
that's the
always an
hard part,
option. Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
and just like everyone too is like hit factor, right? When they do the hit factor math kind of things, it's like, well, I could be twice as fast and have half the best hits, and I have the same score as somebody who took forever and has
Yeah,
all out. It's one of those things. It's like, I think we can be okay. Like at the end of the day, law enforcement officers who have to use deadly force in a situation, they're going to shoot as fast as they can pull the trigger
accurately, right? So, yeah, but yeah, are there going to be Charlies and maybe Deltas on the target? Maybe, but it's they're also shooting with pretty accurate, but they're not. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, 3/4 of a second down. Do weird math. It's fine. It's time plus anyway. It's okay.
Well, and like talking about that, I'm okay with Charlie's if I'm in that situation.
Right?
If I'm in an active shooting situation and I'm shooting Charlies and alphas, I'm great with a Charlie. And so do I want to be all alphas on every target? Absolutely. We all want to be the best we can, right? And we all want to go as fast as we can and shoot all alphas. But that Charlie that's only a quarter inch outside that alpha, that's still a great shot. And no, it's not center punched, but it is what it is.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It is what it is, but at the end of the day, you got the job done, and
Yeah.
but yeah, it just sucks. You could come down pretty much to the same score. No other penalties other than a couple extra down ones, and then you lose the match because you shot one extra down one. Even though you were
And that was it. Carry optics for me. I mean, you can't drop that many points, and I was averaging 1 to 2 points per stage. So over 12 stages, 24 points. It eats you.
right.
You know.
Yeah. Well, hey, just think about it. Carry out in limited optics and USPSA, you get to fill your mags up and shoot as all the Charlies you want.
Oh yeah.
Because it seems like because you're lending more towards speed, you can be a little bit faster and have a couple more Charlies and still roughly have the same.
Well, and this year, my last major was race gun, and I was disappointed in myself at race gun. I just had a lot of makeup shots. Nothing was smooth for me that day.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from my draws. I mean, I had a couple bad draws. There, the match of race gun was phenomenal. The stages were amazing, all that stuff. But from the time we got there, and after I shot my first half day, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I had some issues with my ear and stuff like that, and nothing else went great after that. It was just it was downhill. Not making excuses. I did it. I made the mistakes, but definitely looking forward to next year and you know doing a lot better.
Right. Well, and I mean, you could be the couch. It's
Well,
okay. I
my
Mark
pillow.
and I joke about the couch now.
We should have laid my pillow on that couch because I don't know if he ever sent any of those pictures, but I bled from let's call it 12 o'clock that day till like 11 o'clock the next morning out my ear. So my pillow was just a solid sheen of blood.
Ugh.
It was devastating, but none of us really thought about throwing that on the couch after that, and I really wish we would have.
Yeah. Well, and then now this was not a pillow you brought from home, right?
No, this was theirs. It was a pillow
No.
I brought home though.
Oh, it was the pillow you brought home. Yeah. Not leaving that behind.
Well, we're not leaving this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame anybody on leaving that, but it's okay. I'm gonna get I think next time I'm gonna give Anthony a couch cushion, and next time we see him.
We give him some good memes and stuff like that every time we see him.
Well, exactly. Like his last name was Zasplatty because he kept falling down everywhere.
Ah,
Now it's got to be Zakouchi.
yeah.
Should change that in my phone now, Zakouchi.
Well,
And
we tried to get you to put something in for him at the match, but
hey, we still got time before that happens. You never know.
and Brady's got a good nickname too. We won't discuss that right now, but we can talk about that one later.
That's fine. Yeah, that darn tall ginger.
Oh yeah,
He's like the reverse elf leprechaun. He's really tall, and I don't get it.
he's a great guy though. Great guy.
Yeah, it was funny. I think I met him first at IPSC Nationals, and I'm like, I like those shoes because they're like those bright neon
Oh yeah.
green running shoes, and I'm like, I like those shoes. He's like,
Well,
yeah,
and now he's got if he shaves, he looks like he's like 8.
yeah.
Now I didn't see him for a little while, and he's got his long hair back, and he's got a big beard, and I'm like, dude, you actually look like a guy right now instead of a kid.
That's too funny. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I tried. I had a razor snafu earlier this year, and I went to. I don't know. I forgot. Must have forgot. I trim it up with the razor, the electronic razor, and I must have forgot to put the guard back on, and I went, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
well, if you notice, mine is really short, and that is exactly what happened to me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, and it was a nice thing. So I took it all off, and I'm like, oh my no, I am never going because I know I don't look good with a mustache, and I'm like, yeah, no, I need to grow this all back, and it took a little bit. And of course, it was when corporate, like people from corporate came into work, so I'm like, I don't look like myself, and I'm like, yeah, nice to meet you. I look super baby face, and I'm like, it didn't work out well, but it was okay. But
That's what it is.
yeah, exactly, it is what it
There's
is, and
nothing you could do about it because trust me, I tried to think of everything I could.
I don't know, throw some Rogaine on it or something, I
Yeah.
guess, and hopefully it'd be fine. But yeah, I suffered through it. My wife was like, "What the heck happened?" And I'm like, "You don't want to know." But yeah, so okay, so you're shooting your BDS nines. Oh, where'd that picture? There we go. Oh, of course I closed the Nighthawk page. Did you customize your BDS 9 at all, or is it pretty much bone stock?
So the only thing on mine, and again here, just so we all are clear, this gun is unloaded. The only thing that we done to mine is I put the Vortex on there,
Mm-hmm.
and I put one of their new magwells on.
Oh, okay.
So that is new. They have just released these, just started selling them. They are awesome. Uh, kind of in between like a small size. They call them the mediums. They're really nice, really comfortable. But other than that, it is stock.
So from looking at the website, like their grips have like some form of like small magwell ish looking thing normally, right?
Yeah, so it's a little flared at the bottom. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess compared to like a single stack, it's a really big opening.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it's got a little bit of flare, but not a lot. Uh, the new Magwell's was like spot on doing it.
Right. So it's kind of like that, make it not it's not a magwell because it's part of the grip. So you can
Yeah,
get away with it like in for the most part rule set wise. It
absolutely.
now so that's kind of interesting. So now did you land on the vortex or did you try a bunch of different dots before moving to the vortex or
I tried a lot of the different dots before going to it. Uh, I really like the Hollison, the 507 comp, but I absolutely hate the multi reticle system.
Mhm.
I want let's call it a 5 to an 8 MOA dot, depending on which one. I think the one that it's on this gun's an 8 MOA dot. I like the fives. I don't like a 2.5. I don't like a 2, and I don't want to put a circle around it. I just want a dot.
right?
Uh, so, but I think they're like crisp and crystal clear, stuff like that. So they're a great optic.
Mhm.
They're just not for me. I got it on. I think I have one in a box somewhere, but then I got the Vortex, and it's been great for me. I've had no issues with it. Again, I'm running an 8 MOA on this one and a 5 on the other one.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to consistently run the 5 this year. I'm going to swap them over, I think, and just use the 8 as a backup. But yeah, I wasn't a round windowed person. I did not like the SROs and stuff. My eyes, for some reason, when I'm looking at that, I notice every time, even in a transition, I really focus on seeing that, not even the dot, but it's like my eyes are drawn to that roundness. And
Mhm.
I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, everyone's eyes are different. Like some people can see things a little bit better. My astigmatism, most red dots look horrible. So I
Yeah,
mean, I'm is what it is. But everyone can pick their own dot. Like as long as it lives, it lasts on your gun, and it doesn't fail you. Right? Like that's the worst thing is when a dot fails you.
absolutely.
My buddy Alberto, from Florida, he came to IPSC Nationals, and literally his match was ruined based off of two of his dots going down.
Yeah.
And it was just a fluke. And customer service I think took care of both of his dots for that particular company, but it got into his head in his match, and it just suffered on his performance, which is, I mean, you're the one in control of your own gear, but it's also like, yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks.
It's just a kick in the gut.
Yep, definitely is. Yeah, because then when you take it off, it's not on you, it's on your equipment at that point. But yeah, it definitely is. It is a low blow. So, you talked about your last major match was race gun. And you shot with PCC boys because they don't know how to shoot pistols. I mean, but So what zone did you guys end up starting in?
Ooh, I don't remember. We started at the bottom. My second stage, or I think my second stage I shot was a lay down swinger stage where I'm laying on that little floating pier dock piece
Mhm.
of floor and swinging around. I
Oh,
think that was our
okay.
second stage.
Oh, okay. So you did start and then in zone 1, because I think that's called stage 1, where you got to lay down and shoot through the port.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we started on stage 6.
Okay.
'Cause I think we shot 6 stages that day.
Yeah. So yeah, then you ended up. Did you get rug burned or did you wear pants?
No, I got neither one of those. I just shot the wall.
Oh, okay.
You know, when you're laying down that, I had it. Everybody plays this out. We're up there, we're doing our thing, trying to get ready, and every time I did it the exact same way, and it worked out flawless, except when I went to actually do it. And when I went to do it, instead of it swinging forward and back, it went left to right, and you could
Oh
not see the bullets hitting that wall.
no.
And so when we got up there, and he goes, "Yeah, Mike on a target," and I go, I'm kind of looking. I'm like, "No, that was dead on." And he goes, "No, you hit the wall," and he showed me where I hit it, and I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that does suck. Well, or you could be like Mike Wang and have just a dust storm blow through as you're shooting it, right?
Well, did you see Mark shoot it
No,
or
did
videos
he?
of it?
No, I haven't seen Mark's video of that shoot happen.
He shot over the barrels. Nobody else at the match could see over him.
Yeah,
He shot over all the barrels up front,
that bastard.
and never had to do anything but kneel down to shoot through to the back ones, or to the ones through the port.
Oh, that look. Oh, so then yeah. Oh, I
So
guess
it was
being
it was
tall
a
it does have an
smoking
advantage.
stage for him because he could literally just stand up, and I think he had to go up on his tiptoes to see over. But yeah, he shot everything up front standing,
That
and
ma-
no swinging to him, none of that. So you know, the tallness paid off.
For once,
Yeah,
but they didn't have a low port to make him suffer.
no.
Those jerks. Come on, guys. Low ports for everybody. It's okay. We got him at IPSC Nationals. There was a low port. He
Well,
probably was. He grumbled about that. I bet.
I'm not too keen on low ports after Area 8 when I tore my MCL this year. I'm
Ugh.
good on low ports.
Oh, so you got hurt at Area 8. Corey Messersmith got hurt at Area
So
8.
Corey was in my squad. He was
Yep.
shooting 3 people in front of me. And this is karma because I'm laughing at him, telling him to quit, messing around, get up, and stuff like that, which I knew he was hurt. I was just trying to make him feel better.
Mm-hmm.
We both knew what had happened. And then I shot 2 people, or 2 spots behind him, and I get up and I come up the stairs. And as I come up the stairs and squat down for that port, I just felt my knee pop in. And yeah, tore my MCL there.
Yeah, and you
So,
guys ended up shooting that all in one day, right?
yes.
Yeah, you'll probably never do that again because that was probably rough.
That was a rough match to shoot all day. And then the rest of the year, I shot in a knee brace. I mean, I went from shooting in one that was basically my entire leg, and then race gun was the first time they got me I had one built because they told me I'm gonna have to shoot in it, for the next couple months at least, because it's gonna take a little while for that to heal because I never stopped, right? And so race gun was the first match I shot in my new brace, and there's more movement to it. There was a lot more movement to that.
Yeah. Well, and you got to be smart too. Like you don't want to injure yourself anymore. So yeah, you got to suffer through the knee brace, and at least you had a little bit more mobility by the end of the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially at a match. Like yeah, that just sucks. Like, and then you watch him hobble around, like
Oh yeah.
Corey trying to finish shooting that stage, and he's like, nope,
Yep.
game
No, he
game
was done.
over.
Yeah, he was done.
Yeah. And then Mark, this is so fucking hot. I can't do this number. How's the heat up there, Mark?
Yeah. Man, that match was hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was in the middle of summer, hot as heck. But you gotta go on a cool water dock.
Yeah. That was the stage after I tore my MCL.
Oh, and you're like,
So that
oh,
was fun. That was real fun.
yeah,
But it
and
is
then
what it is,
yeah,
I
it
could have
is.
quit and, went that route, but it was like, I knew it was hurt, but I'm just I enjoy shooting, so I just hobbled.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. So, one thing I want to make sure to talk about is you have also a cool Range Panda green Apex Predator holster. You just have a fancy Nighthawk custom logo on yours. What do you think of the holster so far?
This thing is awesome.
Uh huh.
Absolutely love it. They did a fantastic job on it. It is so smooth to draw out of. What I really like about it versus my other one that I'd been using is I don't have to clear up as much, and I have small hands, right? So really small hands. So doing a scoop draw or with a race holster stuff like that, it's really hard for me to get my hand over the back of a double stack and do it properly. It
Mm-hmm.
makes me feel like I'm going to throw the gun,
Right.
and so I've been trying to figure out a way to scoop draw slash original draw, and I've kind of figured out a good way. It's really fast for me, and I can only do it with this one. I cannot do it with my last one because I don't have to clear it near as much,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's going to work out. This holster's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's super cool. I didn't know a holster could be not as much resistant. Like, there's hardly any resistance on it when as soon as you pull it out, it's like no resistance. You're drawing through air.
Yeah,
It's like it's an awesome holster,
it's
and I mean
super
it is the
smooth.
best color though. I mean green is the best color, guys.
Absolutely.
You're all wrong if
I
you like
haven't
that
got to shoot
purple.
it yet though. I've
Yeah,
only dry fired. It really made me dry fire a lot more because I wanted to play with it.
yeah,
So uh,
yeah.
I'm
And
really
getting it,
looking forward to this one.
yeah, and getting it set up was a little interesting. I mean, like for me especially, right? Like, it's like, does it feel right? Does it not feel right? Like, and I mean, I had a double alpha holster, not well, I have a double alpha, but its original hanger it had a ball joint. It was not as good. No, not that one. The one before, the other one before that one. The
Okay.
God, though, the Alpha X. 'Cause I think
Okay.
that's yeah. So that one had a ball joint, and it wasn't very good, and and you couldn't get the gun any farther away from your body really. So my first thumb rest I put on the gun. It like there's a good old chunk of like you can just see the nice white like the raw metal from just grinding it on the
Oh yeah.
hanger, but no, the uh, the alpha the range panda holster is phenomenal. I love it too. I haven't shot mine yet either, but I've been dry firing it every once in a while just to it changes it a little bit of different. You don't have to use as much force. I thought I thought the muzzle support was going to be an issue with running, and I'm like, nope, not even a thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get to shoot mine this weekend. Up here it's cold. I'm not going outside to play in the snow. It is what it is. But me and Mark's taking a trip. We're actually getting to go down. This will be his first visit down to Nighthawk. We're going to go see Mark and Landon and all those guys, show him around the place and let him see because Mark's purchased a couple of these guns and wants to see everything. And they do a real nice tour of the facility, stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna slide this on my carry-on bag and carry it down there and play with it. Hopefully, shoot a few guns with it.
Right? Yeah, and Mark, he has money burning a hole in his pocket. It seems like, ooh, new gun. Okay, ooh, new
I
gun.
think this time we might be rolling back with a revolver. He's
Oh, coming back with the
at,
Korth.
at least ordering one because he's really been wanting one. Again, they're amazing as well. Anything that Nighthawk has a part of, it's a great product. So I'm anxious for him to get it. Because I want to play with it too.
Right? I mean, they're pretty interesting. I mean, God, what do they remind me of? They remind me. I don't even know what they remind me of, but they're definitely interesting looking. Uh, they're super expensive and bougie, like anything Nighthawk makes, right?
I
Um,
was never a revolver guy.
mhm.
And to each their own. I mean, it is what it is. We all like what we like. Until I played with one of those with an optic on it, and we're shooting steel plates at 75, 80 yards, and it's just like butter. I'm like, I could get used to this.
Right. Yeah, and they look pretty cool. And I mean, it's kind of interesting on some of the models I've been looking at. They've got all like the lightning cuts on the sides. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't think Nighthawk would do that, but I mean, they got to save weight somewhere on this gun.
Are you talking about on the revolvers?
Yeah.
So those are actually not Hawk made.
Uh huh.
Those are built by Korth. They're just imported here, and Nighthawk is their importer, and they go through them. I don't know 100% how accurate everything I'm going to tell you is, but they go
Hmm.
through, make sure everything's back up to the Nighthawk standards, par stuff like that, and then they disperse them as well.
Okay, so
So
where?
they're not actually made by Nighthawk. That's actually made by Korth in Germany. I
Oh,
think it's
okay, in Germany. Okay,
I think it's Germany. Don't hold me to that. I don't know.
it's okay. It's the internet. If we're wrong, someone's gonna tell us. I mean,
I
that's
know
Mr.
the facts about Nighthawks for the most part, and if I don't, I call and ask.
Right.
Uh,
Exactly.
so it's one of those things.
I mean, I tell everybody they ask me a question. I'm like, you can ask your supercomputer on your in your hand
Yeah,
the same question.
yeah, and so that's me because I never want to lie to somebody or make myself look like an idiot. I do that easy enough as it is. I don't need help. So I call or I look it up.
Right. So, and that's always a good thing too, because you don't want to necessarily mislead everybody. Or I'm not saying you do this, but because there's influencers on the internet too, and they'll be like, blah blah, blah, like they say it as it's gospel, and then it's like, dude, you were completely wrong on this product.
Absolutely, yeah.
But no, and it's always okay. And there's always a disclaimer. Maybe I should put that as a asterisk or something on the screen. Maybe wrong. I should do that. But so I guess we didn't ask. I didn't talk about this earlier. But how did you become? How did you get in? Other than knowing Matt Sims in the beginning, how did you join the team? That like what made them pursue you, or you pursue them to join the team?
So again, going back to knowing Matt, just introductions and stuff like that, and then I started running their products and just kept in good communications. Our The thing about Nighthawk is their values and the way that they do their business. We align a lot in our views and stuff like that, and the way that we carry ourselves. And it was more or less, instead of joining a team, it was kind of like joining a family, I guess you would say. So it was um, just staying in contact with them, doing good in matches, because I was doing really good with a single stack and IDPA stuff like that, and the door was just open for me, and something I'd worked hard for to get to, and finally got it answered.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, when you join something like that, like Nighthawk or any manufacturer, it's almost like you're drawing. It's not necessarily just a transaction, right?
Yeah,
It's the friendship, the family, the people you enjoy to spend your time with. I know exactly
absolutely,
what that feeling feels like, but yeah, and it helps when you're already a customer of the product, right?
absolutely,
It's not like I'm joining the team to get a bunch of free guns and
yeah.
all this whiz bang, but yeah, it's about knowing who you know and and being part of that good successful team. So that's cool. So the most important question: has green always been your favorite color?
As long as I can remember.
Yeah, see, green's the best, guys, right? It takes blue and yellow to make green, but green's just the best.
It really
Um,
hurt when I don't know if you'll remember this, but do you remember when Bone Collector, the hunting show, come out?
yeah, yep.
They come out with that lime green and all that, and I'm like, dude, that's exactly how my truck was supposed to look when I finally got to be able to buy one, and I couldn't do it. But yeah, so they took my green away from me. But that's the first people that I ever really saw use the color green,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like everybody loves it now.
Oh yeah, everyone loves the color green. Like, but there's something wrong with you if you don't like the color. I mean, nothing's wrong with you don't like the color green, but it is pretty cool. I can't say in absolutes, but green's pretty awesome. Green mean go,
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
So when you get mad at people for not going, just tell them you're not looking for the good color green. I mean,
Yeah, that's it.
but no, my particular, I love the lime green. I love like this. I wouldn't say zombie green, but is probably gets on the borderline of that sometimes, depending on where you get the color from, right? Now,
Yeah,
what I mean? In my line of work, I work in the color industry, in the plastics industry, and color side, but it's like, yeah, like, I'd be like, no, that's not the right shade. That's not the right shade. But
well, and that's me. I'm the same way. I like the zombie green. The tier one stuff like that. They do a really good color on that zombie green. So of course had to get one of those.
mhm.
It is what it is. My jerseys, all that stuff. I just like that color.
And absolutely nothing wrong with that because if might as well you might as well like it, like, and if you're gonna wear it, better damn sure like it, right?
That's it.
We spend enough money on jerseys and being boozy bitches when it comes to like. I mean, our women are probably like, "Oh my god, does it really matter what shirt you wear?" Yes, it does. It does.
Yes.
How it feels, how it looks, how it makes me feel. Yeah.
There's
And
just some shirts you can't shoot in. It just feels weird on your arms or it feels weird on your chest. It like puffs up and it's like I just don't like that. I like what I like.
exactly. Yeah. It's just like, how do you want your steak? No,
Yeah.
I mean, there might be some wrong answers in some people's minds, but
Yeah.
That's all that matters, right? And I don't know. I'm weird. I order my steak medium at, like, if I go to a Texas Roadhouse, I order it medium. Because here's the thing: if they undercook it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a little overcooked, it might be a problem. But like,
Yeah.
if it didn't get enough time, it's okay because that's really how I want it. I
That's
want
the
it
same
mid-rare.
way. I order medium. I want it that way.
Mm-hmm. Well,
If
yeah,
it's under, don't overcook it. I don't need leather.
yeah, exactly. You don't like I said, if it's a little under, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, which happened this weekend. We went to a Texas Roadhouse, and I'm like, okay, we're fine, not a big
Yeah.
deal.
No biggie.
Well, oh, dude, I went Christmas shopping, and I was like, all right. So we had to go to this store, and this store because they all closed before like Texas Roadhouse did. So
Okay.
it was like one of those late dinners, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I know what I want. I want my damn steak and my sweet potato, and we're gonna be fine. So, it's
Well,
one of like I don't even have to look at the menu now. I know what I want. It's like,
when you talk about late dinners, I would like to understand how people. This is the first time that I can honestly say that I could have ate by 7 o'clock because I come home knowing that I had this and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
But we typically don't eat dinner till like 8:30, 9 o'clock every night, and it's like
Shit.
I don't understand how people go and eat early dinners and stuff. I mean,
Oh,
I'm not
dude.
off till 5:45.
Yeah. Well, I get off at 4, and then I typically come home, let the dogs out, and then I start cooking dinner because in our house we eat dinner at 6. Like
Okay,
that's like the standard dinner bell's ringing at 6 o'clock. A
yeah.
little after maybe if I didn't time it right. But yeah, for the most part, 6 o'clock.
No,
Now,
I get off and it's like, okay, what are we doing? Are we going somewhere? Are we going to town? Are we playing outside? Am I putting up Christmas lights that I've been supposed to put up for the last 3 weeks that I've procrastinated on?
so
And
you got to find a way, and Mark will probably help you find it. Um, Christmas lights you can leave up all year round that people will never notice when they're not on. That's what you need,
I wouldn't care if people noticed them. My
just so you
wife
don't
is
have to
the
hang
only
them.
one. My wife is the only one. I mean, I'd put those things up today and never take them down.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm one of those. I don't care. The only thing that would be a little hard is cutting grass around the candy canes that go underground.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would leave them up. And I mean, if there was a way to put them back up and take them back down every day, I'd do that. I wouldn't care.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
I
there's
like
many
Christmas.
projects I haven't tackled yet, and I'm just like, oh, I don't wanna.
Yeah. Well, and we're leaving on Thursday, and it's like there's a week till Christmas. I got to get this done, and it wouldn't be a big deal if I didn't have an 8-year-old little girl that's wanting Christmas lights up. So
Yeah,
tomorrow's gonna be my day. I got to put up some Christmas lights.
yeah. For me, like, I was surprised the wife didn't get Christmas up sooner because she's like Black Friday that weekend. She's like, Christmas is going up. I'm like, okay, I'll get the shit down. You can start doing it, and then
Oh, I got everything out there at Thanksgiving. I got it all put down in the barn, got it all ready because I was smoking a turkey down there and doing some other things on the grill. So I got everything out and set to the side, ready to put in. I was going to do it that day.
mm-hmm.
That was what, a month ago almost.
Yeah, it's okay though. Like,
Life happens, man.
yeah, exactly. It's like, or you're just like, I don't wanna. Like, the I don't wannas are coming out sometimes hardcore in the summertime, in the wintertime, and fall. I'm like, I don't wanna. Like,
Yeah. Well, and I work outside, so the last couple days being really cold, it's like, you know what? I just don't want to.
yeah, yeah, we don't blame you. So, so you talked about a couple matches you're going to shoot this 2026 are coming up. How many are on the books right now?
So right now, booked, I think there's 5 or 6 total. Should come somewhere between 17 and 25.
Sheesh.
Uh,
It's okay.
I heard I heard that I was.
Sugar daddy got you taken care of.
I think he got me on one of them,
Oh, okay. God dang it,
maybe
sugar
two,
daddy Mark.
maybe two. I'm
Got to
not.
pump
I
them
can't
numbers
remember.
up.
You know what? Tell him to get some sponsors and throw some more to this way. But no,
I'll
no,
just call his
he
wife
takes
and tell
care of
him to
me
give
so
more
much.
money. It's fine. We'll just tell his wife that she needs to dole out more money. She is the doctor.
Oh, he takes care of me and all that. So I can't really bash on him. But no, I think we've got the Northwood shootout. Of course, we're gonna have race gun, factory gun, IPSC this year. Buckeye area 5, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
is already booked. I think that's the few that I've got booked. And then let me just look. Yeah, Buckeye Blast, Chile, Area 5, Vortex Optics, Northwood Showdown. And then I've got some IDPA stuff. And Mark told me we're shooting most of the area matches this year. So I guess I'm going to shoot a lot of area matches. I don't know.
Right.
But I've got to back to the IDPA for just a second, and then we're off of it. But I've got to shoot like 4 more matches to get qualified where I can shoot nationals, even though I'm tore if I'm going to shoot nationals because it's in between IPSC nationals and factory gun. I think it is. It's the weekend in between both of those, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. So
Right. And you got to earn points to get, not
yeah,
necessarily because just so it's points so you can earn a slot to register at a certain point, right?
yeah, they want you have to earn so many points. So a tier 2, I don't think might be 1 point. Tier 3 is 2 points, and tier 4s are 3 points. I think that's how it works. And you typically need somewhere between 15 and 17 points to get, especially to pick the day you want to shoot, much less get in. I think last year the cutoff was like 14 points, and I only have like 4 points because I didn't shoot anything last year after the cutoff date. So um, I got to do some shooting of that if I want to do it. So yeah, we'll see.
Right. Yeah. No, and that's
Things
fine.
change.
Yeah.
I may just
And
go to the beach, you know?
you never know. I mean, might as well like take a
Yeah.
weekend off for bleep's sake. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people like they go back to back to back, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys! Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, my wife
My
would kill
wife and
me.
little one pushed me to go, but last year was hard. Last year's the first year my little one asked me to stay home from a match, and I withdrew from the match. I didn't go.
Was
Is
it
what it is.
local-ish or was it a bit far away?
No, that one was one that I'd already paid for. I lost my 200 or $300, whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a travel match. But it was just, she'd never ask, and I stayed home.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that's a good thing. You know, the dad thing.
it's hard. I think this past year was the hardest for me because now she's 8, so I see her doing things, and we only have so much longer together, stuff like that, as far as doing things like that. So I struggled with being gone a lot last year, even though I was gone a lot.
Right. So, what kind of hobbies is she into then?
Uh, Pretty much anything. She plays hockey.
Yeah.
Uh,
She a
yeah,
goalie?
she no.
She'd be even cooler if she was a goalie.
She loves hockey. She likes horses and riding horses, stuff like that.
So, so,
Shopping.
so do you guys watch like the Minnesota Wild or any? Do you guys have a team like an NHL
She
team you
does
watch?
Green Bay Gamblers.
Green Bay Gamblers. Are they like
Yeah,
there must be a minor team then?
yeah, they're a minor team. She'll watch a little bit of the pros, but she watches minor league stuff.
Hmm.
Goes to a lot of their games, um, all that good stuff.
Hey, Bigfoot Brass, you need to sponsor a hockey team. An under 8 hockey team.
Oh, for sure.
Wouldn't that
And
be cool?
he plays. He plays like on the what is it,
He's got some
Wednesday and
chair.
Sunday beer league or something.
Oh, does he? Does he play Wednesday night beer league? Geesh,
Wednesday and Sundays. I know he plays both days.
Jesus, he's
And
a
if he's
tall
not playing
defenseman
that, he's
too,
playing pickleball.
and he's getting his ass kicked by some old ladies. Just don't ever let him tell you he is not, because you know he is.
Oh, I don't know, man. He's got what is that, like a 12-foot wingspan? He doesn't even have to move.
Yeah, just if he could hold 2 rackets, he would. I don't need no partner.
Yeah.
God, I mean, we all pick on Mark, but he kind of deserves it sometimes.
Oh, Mark gives it even
Oh,
better than he gets it.
oh yeah, but you hear him on a rant, or he just gets sidetracked. You let him go on his tangent, and he gets sidetracked, and you just walk away because it's like he's still talking to the clouds.
No, I like getting him on it and him going off of it and then bringing him back to it.
Yeah, yeah. You just gotta poke. You make. Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, he's an
It's always
awesome
worth it.
guy, though.
Oh, I agree. I love tech when he finally messages you back or something. And it's like Jesus, and it's like it's like jeez, Mark. Like,
Yeah.
it's all good though. But no, Brandon, brother, I had a blast hanging out with you and chit chat with you tonight. Where is if people want to talk to you, about Nighthawks, about IDPA, about shooting USP, whatever they want to talk to you about, what's the best place for them to get a hold of you at?
You can Instagram, Facebook, uh, either one of those. Reach out to a friend, whatever. I don't care.
Yep. Mark will give out his number and to his OnlyFans probably.
Yeah. Brendan Cromwell Shooting. I think it's on Facebook and Instagram. I think I tried to do it and keep it easy for both. So yeah, shoot me a message, whatever.
Yeah. Brandon, brother, thank you, man, for coming on. It was a hoot. We'll have to do this again at some time. I'm hoping, probably with Mark in the room, so he can get heckled and heckle at the same time. So,
Absolutely, man. It's been a blast. Thank you for having me.
yeah, no problem, brother. And everyone listening, get out and do the things, and I will see you on the next one.
See y'all.